Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6. So, we have finally arrived at the Tower Colony after taking the most literally roundabout way possible, with some difficulty along the way. And we've already started looking at this place a little bit, but we haven't talked to anyone yet. So, let's do that, starting with Kellner, who I vaguely remember from the past. There is an old withered wizard sitting at this chair. At this chair? Okay. He must have a position of some importance. He wears a narrow sash across his chest, similar to what mayors wear. His skin has the waxy look that wizards get at an unnatural age. He looks you over, and gives you a weary smile as if he's been through all of this before. Maybe because he has. Welcome, soldier. I'm Kellner, the head administrator of this colony. I asked the castle for assistance. I hope that you are it. Well, yes. This is a dark time for the Tower Colony. We have had some very embarrassing mishaps. Still, I hope that things can be tidied up before the problems spread. Well, before more of them spread, I guess. You are in charge here? Kellner lets out a long, drawn-out sigh. Yes, I am. I feel like I've never left here. In fact, I don't think I have. I was a student, then a researcher, then... He looks down at the sash. Whatever this is. I remember the Tower of Magi. I was there when we lost it, and then I helped to rebuild it in a newer form. Newer and safer, or so we thought. Tell me about the Tower of Magi. It was a glorious thing, the heart of Avernum's power for a while. Then one of the Triad, Archmage Linda, she made an error. Created a portal. Lost control of it. We were able to regain control, but it was a near thing. Much of Avernum could have been destroyed had we not controlled the portal. Oh, how many of our problems have been caused by those portals? Well, yes. What was the Triad? The Tower of Magi was ruled by a council of 3 wizards. They served to magnify the eccentricities of the others. Now it is led by one mage, under the strict and close supervision of the castle. For long stretches, the mage in charge has been me. Okay. Can you teach me some magic? We know the answer to that. He chuckles. Well, that takes me back. No, I have not taken on a student in many years. I'm done with that. Find Aga's S in the tower. We've already seen them, okay. If you are polite and respectful, she might give you a few lessons. Okay, good to know. What is going on inside the main tower? A new disaster. We were developing something we call a sunspire. It had the potential to be a way to grow different sorts of food here in the underworld. Oh, like creating actual sunlight underground? Allowing normal surface plants to grow? That would be amazing if that could work. In fact, I'm kind of amazed that they haven't already found a way to replicate sunlight. I mean, we in the real world have lamps that can create light that allows plants to grow indoors. You'd think that, with magic, that should be doable, but okay. Anyway. However, when the Great Portal was disrupted, it sent a wave of energy through Avernum. It disrupted the Sunspire, which was always an experimental device, and caused problems. And now, because of what has happened, we can't reach the records we need. Terrible luck, as usual. Okay. So what exactly is the nature of the problem, then? Sunspire doesn't sound like it involves any demons or any other kinds of creatures that now run rampant. But I suppose they probably had all kinds of experiments going on, many of them involving creatures of some sort, and now, things are just a mess in general. Anyway, what was the Sunspire going to do? It would be a source of power and light, similar to that of the actual sun on the surface. If it could be created and produce enough power, it might enable us to grow actual plants beside mushrooms. I'm not educated on the details. Sage Ardella can tell you more. Is the Sunspire dangerous to me? The spire itself? Probably not. I set limits for the amount of power that could be channeled into it. Had it not, this disaster might have been far worse. Of course, the demon that has shackled itself to the device, there we go, carries certain risks. I would suggest maintaining a safe distance. That seems like a thing that we should be able to ask about. Hold on, did you say demon? Shackled to it? I mean, how? Why? But no, not an option. Where is the Sunspire? In the second floor on the main tower, in the center. There are 4 main hallways that lead to it. Keep far away from it, unless you want to deal with a demon. It is extremely dangerous. Okay, so we're not even supposed to do that. We're just supposed to find some way to sneak past and get those records. Okay. What will happen if the Sunspire is not repaired? That is a fair question. Perhaps nothing. Perhaps it will draw more demons. Perhaps a large explosion. Fortunately, I do not think it is likely to destroy all of Avernum. Oh, good. It will leave most of our people to starve in peace. Good to know. I'm here to help you recover some records, by the way. Kellner nods. I thought so. The castle was, well, not prompt, but faster than it has been in the past to send help. Yes, we have some papers here, notes from when the Great Portal was last restored, back in the time of Shades. I think they will be very helpful for restoring it now. However, they might not still exist. They were in one of the storerooms upstairs, and there has been some tumult up there. I need you to go upstairs and find the library storerooms, then hunt for and hopefully recover the notes. Hunt for them? Okay. I mean, if you just tell me their last known location, they should still be there if they exist, if that place hasn't burnt down or anything. And these papers will enable us to repair the portal? Kellner laughs dryly. No, they will make repairing the portal slightly less impossible. They contain instructions. The raw materials will still be terribly difficult to obtain. Where is the library? Just to the east, after you go upstairs. However, there is a lot of rubble and escaped creatures blocking the way. Getting there may be difficult. Yeah, I expect as much. What should I know about conditions upstairs? That there are wild experiments wandering loose, and a deadly Hawkeye is held imprisoned in the center of the level. It is not... it is a lot of ugliness in very short quarters. I can't give you much advice for how to maneuver, but I know someone who can. Who? Speak with Sage Ardella. Her office is in the tower. She can tell you more about the Hawkeye and the Sunspire. Okay. Good. Well, that's our main quest. Okay. There's an upstairs section to this little tower, even. Research notes, huh? We've only found one of those so far. That stuff is free for us to take. Oh, we definitely need to find some sort of shop. Do those stack? Those do not stack. Whatever. I'm not gonna steal from him. Although the research notes, to be honest. Screw it. I can't take them. There's no penalty at all. There's no one to see me. And we will eventually have a quest for them. Okay, those are both too complicated to be picked, suggesting the existence of maybe 2 separate quests that we get from Kellner. I mean, we already are on one, even though it's an official assignment. Maybe for solving it we are going to get rewarded by him directly. What do we have here? Castle Liaison. Okay. Is there someone in the barracks? No. Is there someone here? Captain... Oh! Captain Bagdatis. You're the liaison. Liaison? I don't know. There's an old soldier sitting in this office, kept separate from the main tower. He leans back in this chair, listens to the constant rumbles and crashes coming from the tower, and looks miserable. He's obviously not one of the mages. Although he wears a captain's insignia, he isn't actually a warrior. He stands to greet you. Captain Bagdatis, welcome. Always glad to see another soldier here. Not that it ever helps when dealing with these madmen. What do you do here? I am the official castle liaison in the Tower Colony. My task is to watch the experiments taking place here, question the mages frequently, and generally watch for anything that might reproduce the disasters of past decades. So you answer to the castle? I do. They ask me how things are going, I say that they are under control, and then everything blows up, and I drink. Wonderful. What is the current status here? You hear an explosion coming from the main tower. The ground vibrates slightly under your feet. Not well, he says dryly. The disaster I was put here to prevent occurred. Now I can only stand back and wait for them to repair it. Did you know about the experiment that went wrong? You mean the Sunspire? Yes, I knew all about it. Except for everything they didn't tell me. Like, say, the risks. I mean, those kind of go without saying whenever mages do anything. So the disaster is partly your fault? Wow, why is that the only thing I can say? That is what the castle believes, I'm sure. But there is only one of me and many mages, and things happen quickly. And they lie to me. Yes, imagine that. Wizards lying in order to get to do whatever they want. I finally feel comfortable doing what I've long wanted to do. Just give up. It feels marvelous. Wow. I like this guy somehow. I don't know. It's a mood, as the kids say, I think. I have another... I have questions of some sort, I guess. What do you do here? Can I do any work for you? Perhaps. I do have jobs around here, mainly involving cleaning up the messes the wizards make before they cause real harm. So, what should I do? Watch the job board. Yeah, okay. Outside counter's office. That's where I post the jobs so that passing mercenaries can profit. You don't think they give me actual soldiers to command, do you? Huh. I mean, there are... The description when we entered the tower briefly mentioned that there were a lot of soldiers around. So who's commanding them if it isn't the captain? Who knows? What do you think of the tower colony? It contains two sorts of wizards. Brilliant workers who are doing all they can to save and aid Avernum, and crazed madmen who would, with one bad decision, destroy us all. Sadly, all mages here belong to both categories. At once? Okay. So all brilliant geniuses who are just one crazy experiment away from dooming us all. Cool. Yeah, so nothing new there. What have we here? Apprentice quarters. Oh, we'll take that. Is there any sort of shop? I should probably prioritize that. Oh, the sign says X. Okay. An adequate response. Can we open this? Yes, actually. Don't mind if I do. Please stay open. I mean, not that I think I ever actually have to take that again, although I guess it's probably the fastest way to get back to that abandoned skeleton overrun outpost. Bars of iron, you say. And a beautiful crystal, which we don't currently have. Stop giving me loot, game. Actually don't, but... Okay. Apprentice. Actually, just one apprentice. And that's that. Okay, nothing more there. Wonderful. I'm not going to talk to X yet, although I guess I could, but is there not some sort of shop around here? Anyone selling, or rather anyone buying anything? Selling would be nice as well, maybe, but... what is this? That looks... Okay, never mind. Not trapped at all. We'll take that roll. What have we here? What? Please. Just go there. Experiment management. Okay, we got something blocked by a barrier. Soldiers. Apprentice. Another room blocked by a barrier. Got someone called Jokov. You have potions. Oh! You don't say. But there is no sell option. Whatever. Jokov. When magical research and training gets intense enough, it requires an alchemist to be nearby and on call all the time. Sure, there are the explosions and horrible odors, but sacrifices do have to be made. The Tower Colony's resident alchemist limps up to greet you. Yes, welcome, soldier. Counter has placed orders that I am to help all of Avernum's brave warriors. I am Jokov. If you need potions or custom work, come trade with me. I am also tasked to obtain extra supplies for the tower if you have anything to sell. Wait. Oh, I have something that might be useful to the tower. I want to buy it. Let's just get that out of the way first, because I'm just desperate to empty my pockets. Oh, I also never... Yeah, that's fine. I never actually gave her the new sword, which I guess I'm just gonna do. Terra 1, yeah, whatever. So many of those. We just sell everything, right? Yeah, that's the idea, that her entire inventory is always to be kept empty, so that I can just mindlessly click everything. Here, I want to hold on to that one. I want to sell those, and the sparkling one, and all of this crap. And the bars of iron? There's another sparkling one. I mean, that's his only sparkling one. I guess having one on each person It's probably not a terrible idea. There, beautiful crystal. Yeah. And that gives us how much? We have almost 14k. Now we have over 16k. Nice. Okay, what sort of things do you make here? Well, the obvious things. Potions for healing and blessing, wands, scroll ink. But there are other things I do, too. Alchemical work. I mean, isn't that alchemical work? I guess that's... I don't know. Maybe there's a difference between alchemy and just mixing herbs together to make potions. I mean, that's basically medicine. Maybe alchemy involves some more arcane practices and techniques and actual magic. Whatever. Where do you get your ingredients? Gathering of rare and precious magical herbs is a major source of wealth for Avernum. The foragers go out and return laden with ingredients of all sorts. Some of them went up the Great Portal. Others come here. Okay. What else do alchemists do? I make cleaning solvents and substances to purify metal. I make acids and poultices. And drinks to cure headaches. Magical researchers get lots of headaches. Okay. Can I buy a potion or two? I can. Including very expensive invulnerable potions. I have used up quite a few healing potions lately. Oh yeah, you have used a bunch. Why don't we just bring you back up to... both of you back up to 9. Curing potions are fine. You don't have any. Why not, actually? Just grab 2 and put them... I'm gonna put them in the empty spot right there. I have something... Right, no longer have anything. Can you do any custom work for me? I would be happy to. My specialty is wands. Wands, really? I can make all sorts of them. Of course, you will need to provide the materials. He points at a thick book on a pedestal by the west wall. I've made notes of what I can make and what I will need. Please consult that before you waste any of your time. Okay, apparently I don't need anything. I guess, and all wands can require some sort of ingredient that I don't have. I mean, I guess sticks, probably. I think it's actually sticks. Well, I guess I don't need anything else. Thanks for buying a crap ton, a literal crap ton of stuff from me. That was my main concern. Okay, length of cave wood. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Not sticks, but just cave wood pieces. Flawless crystals. Wait, flawless crystal focusing. Oh, interesting. The same flawless crystals that we deliver for that quest. Fiery one, terror one, null one, sparkling one. Yeah, okay, I mean... The game seems to think that these are really good, I guess, because... Dang, those are some rare ingredients. A focusing crystal, ice stalks from beholders, mandrake root. We haven't even found any ice stalks. Mandrake root is obviously super rare. And all that to make a sparkling one? Maybe I should be holding on to them, but... I don't know, man. I'm just not using them. We are free to take this. We are also free to take this, excuse me, and these research notes? I mean, I don't really understand why they are just sitting there for me to take, but I'm not going to question my good luck. Oh hey, and a free curing potion as well. I mean, don't mind if I do. Thanks, man. It's all gonna help the cause of saving Avernum, of course, so... It should be free, you know? Should be getting all kinds for free. All kinds of supplies and resources. I just don't usually... Oh, we don't want to actually go up yet. Also, hey there, interested in some alchemical equipment? High quality stuff, like the stuff you would use here in the Tower Colony. Sage Dressler, we haven't heard about you, but... Oh, there is currently a class in progress here, you don't interrupt it. I don't know if the class is ever not gonna be in progress, though. Yoink. Wrong person. Yoink. Huh. Okay. Yeah, just... I mean, we're not interrupting the class in progress, the class of 2 people, 2 students, but we are gonna take her teaching materials right in front of her face. Speed potion. Sure. Oh, okay. And practicing fireballs. Good work. Keep at it. Free potion, I'll take it. Hello, Agus S. It takes a lot more than a giant explosive disaster to get time off for the apprentices of the Tower Colony. Okay. You meet the head instructor of the school. Cat. Doing cat things. The head instructor of the School of Magic here. She is an aged, hunched-over Slitherikai. She looks you over with cold, appraising eyes. I don't know if she can do anything about her eyes being cold, being a lizard. Potential. I see potential. You are not the first soldiers here, not the first to come for training. I am Agus S. Tell me about the School of Magic. This is one of few places in Avernum where wizards are trained, but it has great prestige. Some even came from the surface to study here. We lack the libraries and staff of schools on the surface, but we have other advantages. Such as? And where else can one learn to be a wizard? Now, only Patrick's Tower. There were other places before, like the Northern Isles. Then the Slith Horde came. Why is the school still open? She casts her eyes to the ceiling and lets out a short, derisive hiss. This? Closed because of this? Mages must be able to study and concentrate even when all around is disaster. This, now, is nothing. Well, not compared to disasters in the past, I suppose. Why would someone come from the surface to study? On the surface, to a student of magic, the Empire gives many limits. Down here, in Avernum, very few limits. Fewer books to learn from, but much more to learn. Right. What can you teach me? Many spells. Valuable spells. I would help those who fight for this land, especially against the Slith Horde. I am one of the few who even share knowledge about magical barriers. Heck yeah, please. Their creation and destruction. You hate the Slith Horde? All civilized Tesserikai do, for they hate us even more. They reserve their greatest torments for those, like me, who work with the humans. Can you teach me to destroy magical barriers? I can. It is a rare secret, closely guarded, but you may need it. But such a secret is never given, only earned. Of course. How can I earn it? Oh, via quest. Great Portal papers. You have been to the Great Portal, before the destruction, perhaps? Well, there are papers there that we need. On the portal, on its repairs, and on other things. Demons from the portal make its recovery difficult. Yeah, tell me about it. Although, some of them, including the most difficult one, just up and disappeared somehow. So, that was nice. But, yeah, I'm guessing that there was that closed gate, of course, leading further into the complex. I'm guessing that that will now somehow open to us. Or already be open. I sent some to get them. They opened the way, but were slain. Oh. Maybe the idea is that in between our exploration of that place and now, she has actually sent someone there, and they managed to open that gate that was closed before. We'll see. Go to the Great Portal, find the papers, bring them to me, but be warned, the demon spawn are likely to be very powerful, very, very dangerous. You should be sure to grow in experience before you face them. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the demons that we faced on the way were kind of tough. One of them literally impossible to defeat. If they are even worse further inside, then we might be out of luck. But if they're about the same level, then we might actually be able to get through and get those papers and actually get the Dispel Barrier spell. Definitely worth a try. Where are they? She describes them to you. They're in the library there, in the tunnels under the portal. To get them, you may need to pass some pests called by the portal. It may be dangerous. It may be dangerous, yeah. Do this, and my secrets are yours. Is there anything else I should know? Only that fighting demons in great numbers is dangerous. Yeah, I mean, okay, duh. Only the most skilled and experienced should try such a thing. Agus S looks at you skeptically. Perhaps you are not ready. Is that an actual assessment of my level? And, well, I suppose the game really only has my level to look at and for checks like this. Or is it just a general, you know, I don't know, cautioning? We'll see, I guess. I would like to be trained? Yes, I can teach you many spells, powerful magics, and certain other techniques for efficiency and power. What spells can you teach me? Maybe I should look at, well, let's see. Improve Icy Rain. I use that all the time. Yes. Spray Acid. I use that all the time as well. Sure. It's expensive, but whatever. Cloak of Bolt. I never use that, and I never will. Minor Summon. Kind of likewise. Lightning Spray. I mean, I have used it. And it's nice, but it is expensive in terms of mana. It's also kind of expensive to train. So I think I want to look at other things first. What techniques can you teach me? Arcane Lore, Spellcraft, and Magical Efficiency. Okay, interesting. And of course only Magical Efficiency. Wow, that's so expensive though. Wait, neither of them have that. Dang. I mean, I think they have that Magical Efficiency from equipment, no? Oh, you do. And I can improve it? Wait, how does that work? I mean, it states a cost, so I guess if I had points I could improve it. So it's not just from equipment. There you are. What can you teach me? And that's just, okay, the what can you teach me? Dialogue option is just about the barriers. I'd like to be trained is about everything else. Techniques, magical efficiency. Yeah, it says learn, not improve for both of them, implying that neither of them know the base ability, I guess. Man, it's so expensive though. Is it gonna get less expensive if we help her? She didn't, I mean, there's nothing really indicating that to me. Because of course the main thing we're gonna get for doing her quest is the Dispel Barrier spell. Oh, prices are utterly ridiculous, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. That's just too much. Over 5,000 gold to teach it to both my casters. I just don't don't want to spend that much money right now. I'm going to improve Lightning Spray once, although, I mean, no, never mind. It's not that important, I don't think. Not right now. And there is a slight chance that maybe her prices are gonna get reduced after we help her. So I'm gonna hold off on that. We have not talked to X yet. I think we have talked to everyone else we've seen here. Oh wait, we never entered this. Ah, Sage Ardella. Of course. I kind of expected her to be upstairs, her office to be upstairs. I don't know why. Makes more sense for it to be down here. There's a middle-aged mage sitting at this desk. She's clearly exhausted. You doubt she's had a good night's sleep in weeks. She keeps herself going with strong tea, force of will, and awareness of the fiery disaster upstairs. She looks up at you with bleary eyes. I am Sage Ardella, she says. I supervise the experiments upstairs. Where you assume the fire is. Who are you? What do you want? I'm working for Kellner. You explained why you were sent here. She nods. More help. Good. Need more help. Stretched very thin here. As I said, I oversee the experiments upstairs. I approve the experiments. I get the mage's supplies. I have the waste hauled away, and now I am trying to control the disaster. I can give you advice if you have to go up there, about the Sunspire and the demon. What sort of experiments happened up there? Development of new spells, new potions, new flora and fauna. This tower has a glorious history of making creatures that make life in Avernum possible. Of course, all work up there is approved first. What sort of things have been made there? The glowing moss on the ceiling, the mushrooms that, until the blight came, fed us all. Now, new sorts of lizards, and so on. She nods off. You nudge her awake. Oh. It's that bad, huh? Sorry. And we have tried to create new sorts of flora that are resistant to the blight, and new ways to feed people, like the Sunspire. No luck. Were you in charge of approving the work? Yes, but don't blame me for this disaster. Everything was as safe as possible. And even now the disaster is restrained to a small area. It is not my fault that there was a massive surge of energy from the Great Portal that disrupted everything. Yeah, I suppose that's true. What caused the disaster? The Great Portal, as she literally just said. When it ruptured, it sent a shockwave of uncontrolled energy coursing through all of southern Avernum. They even felt it up in Silvar. The day before the disaster, everything was calm. Then, flume. She waves her hands wildly in the air. You said you have the waste hauled away. What do you mean? Often spells and alchemical work result in waste. Slime, muck, failed potions, a lot of it poisonous. It has to go somewhere. I take care of that. She thinks, actually, if you have time, there is a way you can help me when passing by. Maybe I can help? The ogre's muck. Oh, yeah, there were barrels full of something that wasn't looking great, so, okay. Well, there is an ogre colony to the northwest. There has been, on and off, for many years. We drive them out, they come back. Anyway, I thought, why not put them to use? So I have been sending them the waste, and paying them. And they guard it. Just need to send someone to check it occasionally, to make sure it doesn't leak. That's all I need. Just for you to poke your head in. I mean, they know that it's dangerous and they shouldn't touch it, right? Or do anything with it, other than just make sure no one touches it and does anything with it. But then they're ogres, and ogres are kind of dumb and prone to doing stupid things. How exactly will I get to the stuff? Go to the ogre tribe and find the chief. He can take you there. Just be polite. They're temperamental creatures. What happens if it's not stored correctly? It can be ugly. There was an old school of magic on the surface once. It was closed down, but a bunch of waste was left behind. It leaked out into the soil around the school and... She sighs. It was not good for people who tried to live around there. Not something we want to repeat here. Yeah. I think that might actually be referring to something from Avernum 3. There was definitely one of the disasters that happened there that involved lots and lots of slimes. Or it could be any number of other catastrophes, I guess, that certainly happened at some point. Tell me about the Sunspire. It was a glorious idea. It truly was. It would use a modified sort of portal magic to draw the light of the sun from the surface into the underworld. Okay, so not artificial light, but just actually... a portal where light from the actual sun gets teleported downstairs, well, underground. Honestly, an interesting idea, except that portals, of course, are notoriously hard to maintain and energy inefficient and prone to accidents and whatnot. But, okay. It was even beginning to work until its flaws became clear. Its flaw became clear? But before we could take it apart, she shakes her head. The disaster. What good would the sunlight do? Apart from the obvious aesthetic qualities, it would enable us to grow a far wider range of crops down here. What was the device's flaw? She lets out an enormous yawn. Portal energy tends to draw shades and demons. The Sunspire was no different. When you are a farmer trying to grow oats or whatever, constant demon attacks are not what you want. I mean, yeah, that's... No matter who you are, that's not what you want. Is it dangerous now? Not really. It is the smallest and most stable of portals. It lets out sunlight, that is all. The only danger is in what it attracts. Has attracted. When it cracked, something changed in it. I don't understand it, but the pulse of energy is what drew the Hawkeye. Yeah, speaking of which, tell me about the demon. It is a Hawkeye. I am one of the few who have seen it and lived. It shouted its name, Vecnock Mindbreaker, if you are curious. Then it tried to come through into our world, but it could not break through. Sadly, its smaller servants could. They are what caused much of the damage. If you go upstairs, you should avoid the creature. But, I mean, the Hawkeye itself is not actually materialized in our world, right? It can just poke through, basically, or peek through and shout at us? Maybe cast spells? I mean, I suppose that would be dangerous enough. Where is the Hawkeye? It is in the center of the level, next to the wreckage of the Sunspire, and the portal it is trying to open. It seems to be shackled to both. Until it can make the portal large enough, it can't get through. If you stay away from the center, you can avoid it. It is harder to avoid its servants. My scouts say that those disgusting worms patrol the 4 corridors leading to the center. They seem to be linked to their master. They don't get much farther than those corridors. They are nasty, but you might be able to avoid them if you watch for their patrols. Okay. Why can't I attack it? You can, but you will die. It can cloud your mind with fear, such overwhelming terror that you can die from the sheer force of it. Really? Now I'm curious. Just stay away, that's my advice. How can it be destroyed? Can it be destroyed? Happily, that is one problem that has not been left to me. Kellner is in charge of that. Huh. Okay, I mean, maybe we deal with the records first, and then eventually we're going to get a quest to actually seal that portal, so people can actually, you know, start using the second floor again, and resume some of those experiments. Okay, anyway, that was interesting and helpful, and we have another quest. It's always nice. I'm gonna not use my piercing crystals to open these barriers yet, because, well, if all goes well, we are going to be able to cast that Dispel Barrier spell soon enough for ourselves. Also, oh, never mind. I was gonna say, are there really only those... Is there only that one set of stairs leading up to the second floor? No, well, there are clearly these two here. Okay. What else? I feel like there was something I was thinking about doing. Is there someone I have not talked to? Oh, X. Right, of course. Hello, X. Soon. Oh, X takes the scroll and opens it. Apparently... Oh, delivery talk only. Okay, that was addressed at him, right. And opens it, it bears a sketch of an anvil. What? This old design? I evaluated it and found it unworthy decades ago. Pfft. He casts it away. I suppose you should be rewarded. I will unlock one of my boxes upstairs. Oh, thank you. Also, hi. You meet X, the Enchanter, one of Avernum's most famed, mysterious figures. Impossibly old, extremely powerful, highly eccentric, probably mad. He looks like a bundle of bones held together by a thin layer of skin and a heavy web of magic. His eyes are bright and distant. A tiny bit of his mind is concentrated on you. The rest is wandering realms unimaginable. X says, "The soldier, the visitor, another young hope. So many. Perhaps helpful. Perhaps I can help. Even X must eat. Yes. State your query." Where are you from? From surface, from sun. In Avernum in early days. Helped build it. Helped make mushrooms that die. Okay. I mean, they didn't die back then. They are dying now, I guess. So many years. So many turnings of absent sun. Too long. You were there at the founding of Avernum? Mighty wizard, on surface. Power struggle. Was on site that lost. With lost Erica. With old Solberg. With lost Patrick and Roan. Sent to Underworld. Great mistake for Empire to make, I think. How old are you? He looks down at his skeletal hand. For a moment he seems more lich than human. Old. Okay. You made the mushrooms we grow? Not make. Helped make. We was there, gave advice, saw process, understand it. Okay, can you make a new sort of mushroom for us to eat? No, not specialty. Strain has reached end of use, been remade and extended as far as it can go. This is not first blight, not first time mushroom needed to be reworked. It's only last blight. Is exhausted. He shakes his head. For a moment you see a twinge of emotion on his face. It's unfortunate. Thought this might happen. Hoped I was wrong. Was not. Can you teach me magic? He looks you over. You don't have strength. Can't withstand such power. Work for me. Help me in tasks. Gain power gradually. With time, I will share secrets with you. I hope you survive them. Okay, I hope so too. Is there anything I can do for you? Apparently so. Yes, I wish to hire a young warrior. The warrior has to be young? Okay. I was working on my great magic, the secret to the spell of power. I have worked a lifetime to unlock it. So close, but my testing ground is soiled. There is a pest in the testing ground, left from the last failed test. Get rid of it. I mean, yeah, we've seen it. It's a demon, right? What is the great magic you're trying to create? A true spell of power. It would create a rain of anvils and drop them on the foe from a great distance. Truly glorious, massive, and stylish destruction. I mean, you're not wrong. What? The anvil contains within it a pure, awesome power of destruction. An anvil falling from the sky. Is there nothing more majestic? Is there nothing more majestic? Is that supposed to be, is there anything more majestic? More deadly. Only I have the skill to unleash this power. Seems crazy to you, but, well, he is the wizard after all. I mean, is he wrong, though? Raining I mean, it's obviously completely mad. It doesn't have to be anvils to begin with. It could be any heavy object. Plus, where do you actually draw those anvils from? Why are they fully formed anvils? I mean, some clumps of matter that you somehow materialize from pure magic. I mean, I can get that, but do you summon these anvils from somewhere? Do anvils all over the world just disappear and get teleported to wherever the mage wants them to be? Or do you actually, you know, create matter in the shape of an anvil, specifically? Which seems like an unnecessary extra step. Except for the awesomeness factor. Who knows? All kinds of questions about this one. The anvil contains within it a pure awesome power of destruction. An anvil falling from the sky. Yes, seems crazy to you. Where's the testing ground? To the north of the colony. Do not fear. The creature is but an imp, a pest. No real threat, I hope. Yeah, just not even 2,000 hit points. I mean, it should be easy. Why don't you destroy the thing yourself with a rain of anvils, for example? I command awesome power, but it is stored within a fragile shell. One blow and it all might fly free. Yeah. Okay. I don't suppose there's anything else I can do? No. We do have some sort of chest unlocked upstairs, though, apparently. Maybe this one? Maybe? Oops. Wrong person. Sorry. Tinker's Crystal, those go to you. Return Life goes to you. You're also the wrong person. We have 8 piercing crystals. And we are getting pretty close to... Well, I mean, I don't know that we're necessarily getting that close, but at least now we know how to get the spell barrier spell. That never stops being weird to say. Okay, so this is what he unlocked for us before. Fair enough, decent reward actually for just delivering something to him. And there are going to be 3 more quests for him, looks like, or I guess 2 more. That is good to know. So, you know, I could just start using up my piercing scrolls that I have, or piercing crystals rather. But then I don't really know for sure that I am going to be able to deal with those demons anytime soon. You step into the tower colony. Wait, what? How did we not trigger this before? We only triggered the one for the main tower, but not the tower colony itself. But we did come through the main door at some point. Weird. You step into the tower colony, yes. This is the core of magical research in Avernum, and it has been since the earliest days. Once it was called the Tower of Magi. Then a huge magical disaster destroyed it, almost taking Avernum with it. Since then, it has been rebuilt. A smaller tower is to the southwest. Several separate facilities are located to the northeast. There is so much history. You imagine for a moment you can see the smoke, smell the sulfur and ozone in the air, see the terrified guards and apprentices scurrying about. And then you realize that it isn't your imagination. The whole colony is on a state of constant worried alert. Some of the walls on the second floor of the tower bear recent cracks and wisps of smoke come out. The disaster that recently befell Avernum was not restricted to the Great Portal. Yes, okay. Well, we should have obviously gotten that one a while ago. Again, not really sure why it didn't trigger. Did something interfere with it? Well, it's fine, we got it eventually. Now, can we deal with you? Let's get close first. I mean, this is close enough, right? So close up our fighters can run into melee range, so I guess we're just gonna save here, prepare for the inevitable fight. And talk to it. Oh, you're ugly. Wow. There is a bemused demon standing in this circle. Please tell me it's at least not cackling. Surrounded by fresh anvil craters, this scaly creature grins at you. I was wondering how long I would wait in this lovely, cool cave. That's pretty cool. I'm Galgath of the 34th Sphere, warrior in Grauhoff's mighty legions, brought here to be amused by you ineffective mortals. And I have no intention of going. Okay. Nice to meet you too. Who are you again? Galgath of the 34th Sphere, warrior of Grauhoff's mighty legions, currently on vacation in the nice, cool, calm underworld. Okay. The 34th Sphere? Oh, don't ask me about infernal politics. I'm forgetting all that for a while. Okay. Grauhoff's legions? Well, not really. The mighty Hawkeye Lord Grauhoff was destroyed, somewhere around here, I believe, but until someone is strong enough to command the legions, the old name remains. Okay, good to know that they haven't found a replacement yet. So what's with all the anvils? Yes, funny story. One of your wizards wanted to test a new spell, so he summoned and bound me, and created the anvils using pure magical power, and flung them at me. And as you can see, the spell has an aiming problem. Oh. Okay. What wizard? Fellow didn't say his name. Sure swore a lot, though. Okay. A spell to create anvils? Yes, impractical, but I do admire the sense of style. Okay, glad we're on the same page. I destroy demons, not chat with them. Die, foul infernal! I mean, I kinda do both, honestly. I've been sent to get you to leave. He sighs, disappointed. Oh, alright, I knew this was coming. Best me in battle and I will depart, but I will fight to preserve my vacation. Oh, and one more thing. He giggles as many small forms start to appear around him. I do have a small command in the infernal regions. Well, that's annoying. He hasn't summoned anything yet, though. So we start with the usual, of course. Curse and weakness. And a well-aimed something. Do we just shoot an arrow? Or do we try a spell? I don't know. I feel like Repel Spirit has been a little bit underwhelming. I could actually cast one of the elements. Well, we don't know if he's really going to use a lot of elemental magic. Let's just go with an arrow. 67 damage? That's not bad. Okay, he summoned 2 imps as a kind of special action, I guess. Infernal Expendable. They're not very healthy. Okay, that makes me cautiously optimistic that we might actually be able to get somewhere with this. I'm gonna take... oh, apparently 2 steps forward. Yeah, I can't count. We're going to slow you down if at all possible. He resists. That sucks. That thing barely survived, which also sucks. We're going to heal you. And get a chance to finish up that thing. And he summons new ones. Okay. I mean, we tried slowing him once. Should I try again? It sure would be useful if he missed even one of his turns. But I think I'm gonna do this instead. Nice, nice, okay. You know what, I'm gonna try one more time. He did resist again. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Just attack him. Okay. Oh, that was a nice hit. I like that. Just a normal heal should be fine here. Okay, he just keeps summoning more. I should absolutely start doing something about that. Something like... Lightning Spray. Now, of course, if I cast Lightning Spray again, I think it's not necessarily going to target the same 2 imps. Although, it would be interesting to see, actually, if the enemy positioning is the exact same and I target the same enemy. Is it going to target the same enemies? This is not the time to experiment, really, but I want to know. It did. Okay. Alright. He's almost down to half health, which I'm expecting, because mostly because the summoned imps aren't really that bad. Also, he doesn't deal a ton of damage compared to things I've been fighting. You know, some things that I've been fighting that were clearly higher level than I was expected to fight. This seems much more reasonable, apart from his huge health pool. But it definitely feels like I'm not actually supposed to, you know, bring his health all the way down. But even if that was expected or required... Oh, he only summoned one more imp. Did he run out? Well, either way, this seems pretty manageable. We get another double cast lightning spray. I'll take it. Oh. Oh, no! Don't say... Why does this thing... I can't talk. Why does this thing punch so hard? Dang it. Okay. That's what I get for underestimating them, only for having relatively low health. That's annoying, but I mean, the thing is, if we don't actually kill this dude... Okay, now he summoned two more. I don't know why he only summoned one last turn. It's kind of strange. Anyway... yeah, if we don't actually end up killing this guy, he's not gonna give any experience, right? So Xaz is not missing out on anything. Of course, we might not actually win. Ooh, that was a decent hit. Heal you, don't get hasted. He summoned another lone imp. I'm just gonna focus on him. Okay, I mean, clearly he did not give up after being brought down to half health. Okay, but this was enough. Galgath bows his head because he knows that he's been beat. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, he would have died. He lays his mug of wine on the ground at your feet. You couldn't let me rest, could you? How selfish of you. Still, I suppose my rest has to end eventually. Come, my servants, back to the underworld. And with a roar of flame and a cloud of greasy, flatulent smoke. Ew, he's gone. One final insult, huh? That infernal minion did not get the message. Also, I'm assuming these don't actually give any experience. I could have tested that right there, but I didn't. Yeah, they're not worth any regeneration either, because they're just summons. So I don't think Xaz missed out on anything. Skulls... Yeah, I mean, I guess because we didn't kill the dude, he didn't drop anything either. Fair enough. Healing potion, sure. Oh, and there's a way downstairs from there. Let's not go there. There we go. Alright, so this first one was, you know, relatively simple. If I had done a better job dealing with the imps, no one would have died there. That was definitely very survivable. I have rid you of the demon in the testing grounds. He nods. Then the old anvils will be cleared. I can begin the next test. It is good. A door upstairs is unlocked. A spell for you, a reward. But work remains. On spell, I need help still. Is there anything else I can do to help you create your spell? Apparently so. Long ago, I needed anvil, perfect anvil, a model, in Fort Draco. Sent warriors to find it. They did. I studied it. I thought it would not help. I see now I was wrong. It had the proper shape. Now I need it. Need Fort Draco anvil. Here, very difficult. Fort Draco very far away, deep in enemy lands. He pulls from his desk a metal disc. It has runes etched in it. He hands it to you. If you are in Fort Draco, if you find an old anvil with an elegant, promising shape, place the token upon it, that is all. Oh? We just mark it for you to teleport? That's good that we don't have to actually carry it all the way here. But of course we'll have to get there. How will I recognize the anvil? It has a shape conductive to the flow of magic, and it is large. I think that is clear enough. How will I reach Fort Draco? It is far to the north. Do not fear. You have the traveling spirit. You may well find yourself there one day. You've studied this anvil before? Long ago. Long, long ago. But I did not have it brought here. My great mistake. cost me many years. Okay. So, what kind of spell are we getting here? Also, first guess was correct. Nice. The Tower of Magi is famed for the depth and quality of its magical tomes, unmatched in all of Avernum. You've had the good fortune to gain access to one of them. It is a complex tome, but you have mastered sufficient magical arcana to comprehend it. You learn a spell that will summon allies to aid you. Yay. Your spell with the spell summon aid increases. Okay. Fine, I guess. Summon aid. I mean, it's a spell that we didn't have yet. We can cast it. It's probably relatively powerful as far as summon spells go. I should not just dismiss it straight away, as I so often do. But it's just not something that will ever get me particularly excited. What can I do? Anything new here? No. Okay, well, that was successful. Yeah, it was. We have looked around here. Of course, we have the upstairs section of the tower to deal with. We also have this place up here somewhere. Yeah, just off the map to look at. But I guess while we're here, we might as well take a look at our main task. So that's probably what we're gonna do next time. For the time being, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.